everyone to this week's Colorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com, and this week I'm with a wonderful new friend, Stacey Vida. Hi, Stacey.
Hi. We're here.
I know, it's great to see you now. Stacey, of course, she has her Skype, and, you know, we were trying to mess around with the Skype, and this beam of light came into her room, and all the Skype worked when the beam of light came in. So if you see a beam of light on her face, you know that Spirit's with her. It's like this big ray of light. It's wonderful. Anyway, yeah. Stacey's website is expandedpathways.com. She is an intuitive energy healer. She has a wonderful website. And if you sign up on her website, you can receive some free meditations. And of course, she's got all kinds of things going on there. So do check it out, expandedpathways.com. So we've decided on 3 colours. Now use your intuition to select one of the colours, but you can also use your intuition to select a past, present and future colour. Just see what comes up from your energy, how that wants to be. And as Stacey is a healer, you may want to focus on which one of those colours links to healing for you at this time as well. So the colours are purple, silver and indigo. So that's purple, silver or indigo. Okay, we're going to start with purple. So today, of course, I want you to put purple on. It's more kind of mauve. But there you go. You've got this light beam coming in now. This purple energy, when I asked what this meant for people, it was saying that something's been hidden from you that is about to be exposed. So this is not a negative thing. It's almost like, if we're looking at healing, if there's something that's needed to be healed or you felt a little bit off, you're going to find the answer to that question. You know, where attention goes, energy flows. So when your intention is to have that answer revealed, then the purple energy is saying it's going to be revealed. And I feel like it's very soon. So it could be this week, doesn't have to be this week, but it feels like it's coming kind of now, and it's out of the blue. And I have this sense that somebody's going to help you with that. It's almost like one of those little sparks that goes off in your mind with the purple energy. It feels really good as well. So I'm going to hand you over to Stacey, see what Stacey has to say.
Yeah, you know, when I really started checking in with the purple, so many times people think of purple as, that energy way out there. But for me, it was really bringing it in and bringing it into the heart. And it had a lot of heart energy to me. So when I think about this, I think about this bringing in what you need and bringing it into the heart so that it can be expressed. But it needs to come in and mix a little bit, with some of that heart energy. And it also feels a little bit like it's that first step into embodying what you're trying to bring in and to work with. And there's been so much shifting energy lately that is opening us up into something much bigger. And when I look at this, it's about kind of getting used to this energy yourself a little bit so that you can actually start to act from it. And so often we kind of step ahead a little bit too quickly, like we try to get to that end result, but it's got to come in and it's got to really move into the heart. And so for me, this purple energy is about bringing in some information for yourself and getting it into the heart space and letting it turn around and really become clear a little bit on what it means to you so that you can act from that place and from that energy. It's got a heart feeling, even though it's not pinky, but it's very heart energy. Did we hear a little Tinkerbell over there?
Yeah, I have it. It's my phone. I always turn the phone off. And isn't that funny? It's like your guides are calling.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh my goodness.
We've got beams of light. We've got bells ringing. We've got it all going on today.
Oh, that's funny. Let me unplug it. Hopefully I don't unplug you. That's good. Get the wrong line. So there's another message. I think that's good. Your guides are calling. And of course that purple energy connects with the guides as well. You got the light beam coming in. So now we're moving on to silver. So silver energy, you know, when I was looking at this, I was thinking of Stacey's work because she works with the patterns, and I was seeing that silver energy like streams of light, but it was going in a grid work. So I feel almost like there's a sense of looking out there, and maybe looking into the future or looking into the past or looking into something where you can't see a particular vision. It's just that there's a grid work that's there. So it's almost like you need to start thinking now about what it is you want and how you want your life to look, so that that grid work can create a blueprint for you, so that that energy can be there. That silver energy, it feels almost like it's pulling a part of you to create whatever it is you want in your life right now. And if it's connecting with the past, then it could be that you just need that vision to create that vision, so you can change the energy or shift the energy or repattern that energy, so that then when we're looking into the future, again, you've got this clear pathway and you can create whatever it is you want right now. Okay.
I like that. You know, and I tapped into some of that grid work too. And for me, I think of silver as like cutting through. You know, that's really what I was picking up with this energy. And to me, it's like the point on the sword, if you will, like bringing that big energy again in. And to me, it's a very present energy. It's like pulling yourself back instead of kind of being that big kind of energy. It's like getting, again, clear right to the point of the sword. And I think you were right on when you said, you know, getting really clear on what you want and kind of understanding that, because that is when we tap into these grids, we actually are tapping into like a consciousness that we start to really understand. And so for me, silver kind of slices through all of that clutter and gets us really clear on what it is that we're trying to do. And when we tap into those grids, that energy, it really is a consciousness that we are getting very clear on, so that you can in work with it, you know, act with it, you know, put your energy into it as well. So silver, you know, is a great kind of cutting through the noise, cutting through all the hoopla, and getting really clear, like get yourself right down to that point and letting yourself, you know, merge into that consciousness, those grids that are really out there, you know, but we've got to do that within ourselves. So I kind of like the idea of this, you know, purple and then the silver, because we're sort of bringing it in a little bit, you know,
yeah,
like
I like
layer
that,
by layer.
sword. Yeah, that's great. That's a great thought as well. I like the cutting with the sword and the silver sword, of course.
Yeah.
That's a good visual.
Yeah, we've got to get that clarity, and that's what happens when we tap into grids. We become clear, and you can't really find the right grids until you get clear, so that you can recognize that energy. So, yeah, silver, I like it.
It's great. Okay, so our final color, what's going to come up with this one then, is indigo. So as Stacey was talking and she put her hands up, there was this indigo flash of light that came from her hands. And you know, we think of indigo quite often as being the third eye, but I feel that because it's, especially as it was coming from her hands, and I was seeing that, it was a message for me to say that her healing ability comes through her hands, but she sees it through her hands, so she just has to put her hands up or put her hands anywhere and she'll see it through that energy of her hands. And I feel that that's what it's saying for you as well, that if you put your hands on your heart, you're going to see your heart. If you put your hands on anything, if you're thinking of going to college, then just put your hands on that image of the college and you'll get a clear vision of whatever it is you need to see or need to know. Because I feel that indigo is a connection to your hands. It's coming through your hands and it's helping you to see through your hands. Your hands link with your heart. And so, you know, when you hold something and feel it in your heart, then when you shake hands with someone, you're feeling them in your heart. But I feel that this has a strong connection to that indigo, that there's that vision that's there, but it's linking with your hands. There's another message that's coming in with this, so just a minute. What is that? And I'm being told magic. So it's like you have to believe in magic. And when you believe in the magic of it, that's when it comes into your hands. Oh, and I'm getting all tingles with that. So it doesn't have to be what you think it is. And that's what I'm being told, is that just because we think indigo has to be the third eye doesn't mean it is. If you believe in magic, it can be anywhere it wants to be. So there's a sense of the message part of it for you as well, is just that if you believe it, then you can create it. Right.
Love that. Yeah. And I think that's important. It really is what we feel, what we believe, and what we start to ground, within ourselves. And so when I started really looking at this indigo, everybody they think of it as this kind of purple, sort of indigo, expansive, especially like indigo people, indigo children, it has a very kind of out there feel to it for a lot of people. But it's interesting because when I started to look at it, I was really seeing a lot of very grounded energy and a lot of like quartz kind of energy. And when I started to think through it and look at it, to me it felt like transmission, kind of what you're talking about, what kind of gets, sent out through the hands, through however we connect. But I think if, you're connecting to this indigo color, think about how you transmit, a little bit, and also think about how you're grounding and how you're, now I'm getting chills, like how you connect into kind of a much more solid state even, because I think that's really important when you're holding a lot of that indigo kind of color, is to like how you bring it in and how do you ground it and how do you transmit it and how do you take that and, turn it into words, turn it into something solid. And I think that's really important for people who hold that energy and really work with that energy quite a bit, of like, how are you, transmitting it? How are you bringing it in? How are you translating it? And that's a big thing right now. That's what you need to be doing, when you're working with that energy in particular. So,
that's cool.
That's where I go with that.
Yeah, and it feels good as well with the indigo, because it is very much about translation. What was coming to me when you were saying that was, it's about translating another language, but you've got that information within you. If you believe that you have it, then it's there.
Yeah, and I don't think that you can do that unless you're really grounded.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't do it until you get it in your body and, let it be, really let it be, so...
Yeah, one of my spiritual teachers many years ago said, if you're not grounded, you're of no spiritual use.
I so agree with that.
That's right.
Yeah, I do a lot of work on grounding, so I agree.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much, Stacey. This has been fabulous. You've got filled with wisdom and lots of colours coming in all over the place with you. And it's you've given us a lot of wisdom with the colour choices, but I wonder, is there a message you'd like to give to everyone?
Yeah, and I think about the message right now, what keeps really coming through to me is, I often hear people who are really aware of energy and really thinking about energy feel a little misunderstood, especially if you're on that cutting edge, of really being aware of what's going on. And I guess I just really want to say, it's like bring it into the heart, bring those hands right into the heart. And I don't think you're as misunderstood as you think. And if you bring it into yourself and you really start to understand who you are, you've got this great gift that needs to be understood. And when you understand it, all of that begins to really change. That outside experience starts to change. So that's where the work is, for you to just embrace and let it come in and really hold it as something really tender, you know, your knowledge, what you know, and, you know, then things really do start to change when you understand yourself. And there's a lot of us out there, so you're not alone, and I think it's really important to know that. So
that's wonderful, thank you. That's funny that I have the phone and you have the microphone. We've got a sound thing going on.
We're just what do they say? A hot mess? I don't know.
Well, thank you again, Stacey. Now, Stacey's website is expandedpathways.com, so do take a look, and again, sign up to receive some free meditations, and you'll find out lots more information about Stacey there as well. So thank you again to everyone for joining us. My website is sealedwithlove.com. Coloricious blessings to everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.